Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ready? 50 flex 30. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 50. Give me trash. Let's go. Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
58 to Mike. Set the tone, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju
Да, блядь, не ловить, а...
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be wiped out right there at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Yes, блядь.
Get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And an alley to run. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a
Warum die ganze Zeit nur Kana einsetzen? Klar wird er verletzt.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
The first carry down for Benny Snell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a
Es war Pick. Es sollte Pick sein.
And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Face mask.
With a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down. This is Jones. And an alley to run. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
It's caught by Funchess. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. He's going to get it running right.
Run, go!
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the second try.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. This is taken at his 4. And it's just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger stepping up. He's going to keep it. 6 yards.
Roethlisberger Rush. Okay, Scramble. Scramble weiter.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check, check. Take 2 of them. Check, 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 check.
They'll try and run forward with Connor.
Alter, der holt den rein, obwohl der High hat. Oh.
Enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, Connor looking for space.
Ey, der Connor wird's kaputt gemacht, Alter. Der ist bei jedem Spielzug dabei.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On third down, it's Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action now. Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Here we go.
2 times.
You got 3 down.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon.
Was?
And it's picked up by
Was für ein Fumble, blöd!
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the defense.
Ey, auf dem Boden, der war schon mit dem Arsch auf dem Boden. Der war schon mit dem Arsch auf dem Boden, Alter. Da hat er das Ball losgelassen, ey. Yes. Nice. Wollte ich gerade sagen, Alter, was für Fumble, der war schon auf dem Boden.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Blue Dan. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
3rd and short yardage. Brissett escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Right there, 54, right there, right.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Der Klein, Alter.
To decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. 5. Hey, E. Here we go.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Funchess has it complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Bring it up.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it with Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's another Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. 1st down, Brissett. Jones has it. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett.
Brissett, jetzt fangen wir an, oder was? Jetzt sind wir schlecht rausgegangen aus der Kabine, oder was?
Offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Brissett sets to throw it. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Oh, daneben getackelt, Alter.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Ready. 98 for Mike.
On first down, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Again, it's Jones.
Ой, блядь.
Backwards, back to the 33. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Snead as they run the jet sweep. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funches, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go. 22, 44. Hey, watch that. Move,
Now Roethlisberger.
watch one.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes.
Was macht der, Alter?
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Marr on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Colts 31, Steelers 6. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Upsala.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
77.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
White 80. Jack 16. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. Back now here on EA Sports. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch QB drop.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Okay.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levante David came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further out of hand.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He's got his man here. It's Green. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Warum Jones wieder?
Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready? Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our...
Second down, McKinnon.
Run.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett now. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete.
Schickt nur einen. Einen. Wirklich?
Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Got an open man. It's Washington. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open.
Das Spiel unnötig in die Länge zu ziehen. Warum?
But not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Блять, я бы уже давно закончил, если бы этот, блять, придурок нахуй и это... Не, блять, вот до конца, вот каждую секунду. Он уже просрал, это пиздец.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Блять, für was?
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Like 20. Snicker. Got to spin. Like 50. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Ben to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Пиздец! Was bringt das? Mal ernst, Alter. Unnötig in die Länge gezogen.
Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.